Hey, this is Eric at Peachtree Classic Cars, and I've got a really cool 1951 Chevrolet 3100. It's a long bed truck, which I don't normally get, and I'll tell you what, I couldn't turn this one down. It drives so freaking good. Bringing my bro along with me for the first drive in 11 years. This is my first video with him. So anyways, it's awesome because it's got a V8 automatic. It's got power disc brakes. It's got a really nicely done Camaro front clip, rear end. And this is a highway cruiser, great shop truck. Touch the key and she fires right up. It's got a little Mustang shifter down here. Transmission shifts nicely through all the gears, real smooth. Not sure if the speedometer is particularly accurate. It may be off by a little bit, but it appears that the gauges are working. We do have aftermarket gauges down here. So power steering, I mean, the truck drives perfectly straight, really easy, really easy to drive. Power disc brakes, stops easy, nice and straight. Letting go of the steering wheel there while I stop. See if I might be able to find, actually maybe try to get in here in the shade to show you the truck. Would you move those two trash cans behind that tree over there? Great sounding exhaust. Engine opens up with one hand, nice and easy. I'm going to shut it off. We just topped off the oil just a little bit and put some Calyx on the exhaust, and I think it's smoking just a hair, which is not uncommon until it, yeah. So if you actually look at the exhaust, you might see until it actually bakes on, it'll smoke just a hair. But man, just great running engine. Inner fender wells, nice and rust free. I mean, there's surface rust, but this is actually a really solid truck. Do a little walk around here. Must have ate a little drip right there. I wish I would have seen that first. But that's okay. Do a little walk around here. Great, nice lowered stance, but not so low it's scraping anything. Really cool stance to it. And I typically don't go for long beds as much as short beds, but man, this thing just looks awesome. One thing that I thought was interesting is this fender was actually removed and shot with a 30-30 and then reinstalled. So these are actually real bullet holes. And the guy who owned the truck said, people put bullet hole stickers on a vehicle all the time and I think they look stupid, so I thought I'd shoot this one up for real. It's not my personal favorite, but you know, they are real bullet holes. So, and of course replacement fenders are really inexpensive, or doing the body work to fix that would not be too hard to do. Cool old reclaimed barn wood in the bed. This is just a great shop truck. It's actually, I got a fairly straight body to it. A couple little spots here, but a little spot down here of rust. But a really minimal rust truck, I would say. If you really wanted to take this truck to the next level, put a nice paint job on it and stuff, I think it'd be a worthy candidate when you look at the sides of the beds and generally overall how straight the body is. If you wanted to, you could. I would personally not, because I think the value in a truck like this is the fact that it's a driver just like it is. It doesn't need anything to be driven and enjoyed. So there's a little spot of rust down there, easy to fix. Door panels are in good shape. And the guy who had this truck was driving it. It was like driving it to work. Glass is in good shape. Windows roll up and down on this side easily. Go to the other side in a second. Paint on the dash looks good. Even the stereo system actually works, which is kind of funny.
See further details in the app. Time for hot tip for lawn care, fall is...
So there's a stereo on. Other than that, the dash hasn't been cut or molested. The original gauges are functioning. I believe the vent opens up. It does, as you can see there, which is nice. We could say the air conditioner right there. It's got dyno out on the floor, keep it quieter in here. Little emergency brake has been installed. I'm not crazy about bucket seats, but putting a bench seat back on the original floor pan here would be very simple to do. If it was my truck, I'd probably do that. It's got tilt steering, which is nice. You can see it's got the Camaro steering wheel. If I was going to keep this truck personally, I would put a original bench seat back in it. I'd put an original style steering wheel back on it, and I would call it a day. Even the inside dome light works, which is cool. And I like the fact that the back window opens because it creates some nice airflow since there's no air conditioning. Seat belts are warp functional too, of course, which is kind of cool. The vacuum on the windshield wipers, you can hear it trying to engage, but it's not actually pumping up. It cost about $165 for the electric wiper upgrade kit at lmctruck.com. So I would recommend that if you want wipers. Floor, cab corners look great. Bottoms of the doors all the way down. Step sides in good shape. This is one of the nicest welds that I've seen done on clipping. I mean, somebody did a very, very nice job putting the clip in and keeping all the stuff up high too, aside from those two pipes sticking down just a little lower than everything else, which if you really wanted to be meticulous about it, you could put up. You've got nothing hanging down, which means you've got a lot of clearance, ground clearance here. So nice solid frame. Beautiful beauty rings. These are newer rally wheels with the beauty rings and the center caps. Those center caps are very expensive. If you look at them, they're about 50 or 60 bucks each. They cost about $200 for a set. Spare tire still underneath. This is a really solid truck. Again, bottoms of the doors here are in great shape, as well as the cab corner. Step sides, floor pans. That's where the original battery box was, so that's covered. Other than that, I mean, these floor pans are in great shape. This is a great truck. I mean, this one's ready to drive. That's what I really like about trucks like these, honestly. I mean, this truck's ready to drive. What do you do? I mean, you don't have to do anything to it at all. If you really wanted to make it look cool, you can murder it out with some black, 20-inch wheels or something like that, tuck them up underneath or do a few little things. But, I mean, glass is all in great shape. I want to show you the window crank on this side's working great. Every piece of glass is in good shape as well. Doors open and close nicely. So I love these trucks. They're so cool. And every time I think, I always try to avoid the long bed. I don't know about a long bed. Then I get a truck like this and I drive it and enjoy it and think, man, I can fit more crap in the back. It still looks super cool. I mean, dude, it's a 1951, so it's not like a newer long bed vehicle or like even the 60s or 70s. To me, those can get a little uglier, but it's actually very tasteful and cool looking and iconic. And I'd be tempted to maybe get a different color flat paint that some of these paint companies are offering, and maybe paint it a more iconic color. And I don't know. I mean, there's all kinds of things you could do with it. So offering this up as kind of a new arrival. Normally I would do an engine detail and fix a couple of little things. Honestly, on a truck like this, not much. But like I said, instead offering it up kind of as a new arrival with a new arrival price on it. You can do the engine detail you want. You can put the bench seat in or the steering wheel. You choose those things. And really, those are the things that we do where we're able to mark a vehicle up even more. But, this is an opportunity for somebody to scoop up a great deal, especially in the market right now with the COVID-19 market going on in classic automobiles or even in any kind of automobile. They are just skyrocketing in price. So we're doing what we can here at Peachtree Classic Cars to keep the prices down, try to find the good deals for you guys. So give us a call, peachtreeclassiccars.com. We look forward to hearing from you.